Just like empires rise and fall, narcissists follow the same destiny. Think of the Roman Empire, powerful and feared, right? Ruling without challenge. For a while, it seemed eternal, but even the greatest empires eventually crack from within. They always start the same way, untouchable, adored, and surrounded by people who cannot see through the mask. They rise fast, they charm and conquer. They build their thrones on illusions and believe nothing can touch them. But what the narcissist does not realize is that the very stage they are performing on is already cracking beneath their feet, slowly yet quietly. And when it starts, it does not stop. It's not always loud as you may expect it to be. It's subtle. A shift here, a silence there, and before they know it, the same power that made them feel invincible becomes a weight that drags narcissists down. One by one, the pillars that held them up disappear until there is nothing left but them and the echo of everything they have done. This is how a narcissist falls, and it is never the way they expect. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. Welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to look at the 5 devastating levels of a narcissist's downfall. Let's start with level 1, when they feel untouchable. This is their golden hour, their God stage. Every narcissist has a peak, that period where everything seems to bend in their favor. People believe their charm, buy their lies, and even protect them from consequences, but not for a very long time. They're surrounded by fake friends and enablers, which makes them feel even more untouchable. They enjoy strong social support because of the mask of being a good human being that they show to outsiders. They walk through life with a smug certainty that they are smarter than everyone else, that no one will ever catch on. And the dangerous part is they actually believe they're invincible. That is self gaslighting in action. They convince themselves that nothing will ever come back to them. In this stage, they genuinely believe nobody can impact them. They're untouchable, that they can do no wrong and no power in the world can expose them or punish them. It is during this phase that they destroy life after life while still believing they are pious and holy inside. But karma always begins quietly, doesn't it? In the moments they do not pay attention to. It does not announce itself when it strikes, it just observes, which is what brings us to level 2, when they overplay their hand. Here is the thing, bad people never stop at enough. Once they taste power, like a predator tastes blood, they want more. They start enjoying the game, the sadistic pleasure of using people to climb higher. And for a while, it works. They gain success, wealth, and reach the peak of their external achievements. At this stage, they operate without fear of consequences. They believe they're so intelligent that they do not even think twice before doing wrong. So, what do? They push harder. They manipulate bigger groups. They lie more often and play riskier games. They expand their fake image like a balloon. And they do not notice that with every lie, it is thinning. This is where the first shift begins. A few people stop trusting them fully. Some start noticing the contradictions. A few awakened souls keep their observations to themselves. The narcissist does not see it. Why? Because they are too high on the illusion to feel the floor moving beneath them. Then comes the level 3, when people stop feeding them. This is the stage where the narcissist becomes more dangerous and reactive. They start sensing that their empire of lies is at risk and that people are beginning to outgrow or replace them. This is the period of a midlife crisis for them. Their looks begin to fade, finances weaken, and their control starts slipping. Their charm begins to dull, and even their flying monkeys, the loyal enablers, what do? They start distancing themselves. As their desperation grows, they even turn against their own flying monkeys. That happens. They punish them and abuse them because they do not find a replacement. When these allies leave, their power crumbles totally. Their value diminishes. Why? Because their primary supporters have now exposed or abandoned them. People around them start withdrawing their energy. They stop reacting the way they used to. This is also the stage where their primary partner, maybe you, their grade A supply, starts seeing through their act. They cannot play the role as smoothly as they used to. Their desperation to collect new supply leads to reckless blunders. They get caught red handed, exposed, and humiliated. Level 4. When the truth starts catching up. Karma does not knock once, it builds pressure, then drops the weight all at once. This is the stage where their stories collide. Their premium supply, the ones they thought would never ever speak, finally do, and they discard the narcissist. It may not happen in every case, but it happens in a lot of cases. Even new supply stops entertaining them. Why? Because they now have nothing real to offer. Even the narcissist begins to lose trust in their own abilities because fooling people no longer comes easily. Reality catches up. Unable to face the mockery and loss of control, they retreat. What do? They go underground and hibernate there. They start plotting their next moves, aware that it's getting harder to fool people. They have run out of supply and loyal flying monkeys. Their desperation turns inward. They start abusing their family members even more, and children especially intensely, as these are the easiest remaining sources of attention. At this stage, their mask is nearly gone, and the cruelty they once hid now lives in full view behind closed doors. Level 5 and the last one, when the universe goes completely silent. This is where karma hits the hardest, not with extreme noise, but with silence. They are left alone with themselves. There is no audience, no admirers, or pawns to move, just the echo of their own emptiness. Their health begins to deteriorate. They start losing their health, and no one is there to take care of them. The very people they exploited either avoid them or secretly celebrate their downfall. They wait for their death. Their bodies start betraying them and make them feel helpless in ways that ego can't tolerate. They try to rebuild, but nothing sticks because people have seen the truth. They try to find new supply, but it's harder because their charm, it's gone. It is dulled. The world they once ruled becomes cold and totally indifferent. And narcissists do not know how to exist without control, do they? So they spiral, some into rage, some into loneliness, some into obsessive bitterness toward those who escape the grip. These are the real spiritual consequences to live haunted by the memory of that peak, knowing they will never get it back, to be eaten alive by the same ego that once made them feel powerful. Have you witnessed this level by level downfall of a narcissist that you have dealt with? Let me know in the comments. Let's bring this episode to an end. I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, as always, let the healing begin and continue.